Hey folks, how's it going? Joey here with Simple DIYer. And this video is just a real quick update on the miter station build. And as you can see, I've kind of fast forwarded and skipped the build process on the top part of the miter station build. The only difference that I did here was on this section and on the back part, I did some pocket holes and I screwed it into the work surface, to the countertop. And that's just to keep it from, moving side to side and back and forth. And I also did the same thing with that cabinet in the back. These cabinets are 16 inches deep and about 22 1/4 high up to this section here. This section here, this was a bit of a challenge because, it's 154 inches in length. And I don't have sheets that long, or at least at Home Depot, right? So I was kind of, confused on what to do there in a bit. So I just put these in two sections. This is, again, 16 inches wide or deep. And I put a full length, 96 inches or 8 feet, from that end to this end. And then whatever was left over from here to here, I cut it to length. And then I just screwed it into the actual cabinets here to give it a little bit of support. And again, to keep this part from, from shifting side to side and whatnot. The fish tank. Oh my God, I am absolutely loving the fish tank here. This section here, we decided to put it up here. Originally, we were going to put it on this end. And I don't know if you can see this here, but we actually put some, some 2x4s here to give it a little bit of structural support. And some strength, and my wife helped me put it up here. And as we added gravel and some water, we got about this deep with water. I started hearing like little creaks and cracks and little sounds that really made me feel uncomfortable. So I just said, you know what, baby, this is not working out, man. I might have to take it out. And she actually gave me an idea to move it on this section. So that's what we did. In this section, you could tell, I mean, it's a sound, it's really strong. And I built this to hold some weight because, I was going to put a lot of stuff up here in the top anyways. And this is 55 gallons plus the gravel. There's like 4 bags of gravel there. And the tank itself is a lot of weight. So it's actually filled up to the top, full of water. It's going through the cleansing process. And I don't know if you could hear the water, but I'm absolutely enjoying this. And I put this right in the center of this whole section here and this section. You can probably see the table here, or the chair. This is the section where I'll be sitting the most at and just doing my reading magazines or jotting down notes or whatever. So I'm really enjoying it, and I actually like it here better. It came out better here. So kudos to my wife for giving me the idea, because I almost scratched it because I was going to put it on this end here. But yeah, so I really like this addition here. This is really gonna make the shop unique and and stand out. And this section here, this is just a big old box with cubbies in the middle part of it, and it's held together with pocket holes on both the ends and also on each divider. And again, the reason I did that was to make it really strong and structurally sound, so I could be able to hold some weight, especially when I start putting some stuff at the top. On the inside of each cubby, I added I drilled some shelf pin holes, and that's just to give me the option to later, add some shelves if I choose to. Right now, I'm using it to put these, these suitcases that the tools come in with, and I am thinking of getting rid of it. So when I do, I want the option to at least put some shelves on there. As you can see, I'm already using them. I'm using this space here to put some shelves because there was a lot of wasted space above that area. And I'm also doing it right here on this section, on this cubby. Again, this is also a big old cubby with no dividers. But I was not going to put a shelf in here. But I saw there was a lot of wasted space here, so I had the option. The holes were already there, so I just put some pins in there and put a piece of plywood there. So having those shelves already made, it's very convenient. And at any time, I could just go in there and it's already there. So it's not going to hurt any just to have it there. And to make those shelf pins, I used this jig here by Rockler. It's called the Pro Shelf Drilling Jig, and I absolutely love this jig. It just made everything super easy. Everything's perfectly aligned from front to back, top to bottom, and you know, it just made everything real easy, and it was, you know, super simple to do. One thing to keep in mind though, when you're using this jig, if you get it, make sure you use it before assembling everything, okay? Because I almost put everything together and I said, hold on, this is kind of a big jig and it's not going to fit here. So you can see that I would have had some trouble making those holes. So make sure if it's smaller than this jig here, you know, do it before you assemble everything. And that's the only downside or downfall of it. It's the only con that I could find for this. Is just way too big, especially for little cubbies like that. I also did this here on this section here, on this part of the cabinet, because I'm not sure yet if I'm going to put shelves here or all drawers. I still got some time. I'll make up my mind when I get to this part of the build, when I start building the drawers. I'll make up my mind then. Right now I don't know if I'm going to do shelving or drawers, or maybe both, but I'll definitely make up my mind when the time comes to that. This section here, this has got me thinking a lot. I followed Jay's plans almost to the T with a few modifications here and there, and some of the stuff that I just wasn't sure of, I just followed it. I just did it just the way he did it, or he drew it up on the plans, and this was one of those sections. I just didn't know what to do here, so I just did it, right? And I find that there's a lot of wasted space on this side, and especially on that side, because that side's actually got 9 inches of depth there versus 6 inches here, so there's a lot of wasted space. And as you can see here, I mean, the miter's actually extended all the way to the back, and right here at the end it only goes in about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. That's it. It's extended all the way to the back, and when you put it to this side, it doesn't even go all the way through. So this, you know, for now it's going to stay that way until I figure out what to do. I really don't know why he did it. I rewatched the video like 1,000 times to see if he explained why he did it that way, so I don't know. This section here though, while watching the video again, he actually explained why he did this, and it was just a support beam to help support this part of the plywood to keep it from sagging over time. Before I put the cubbies on, before I put any of this stuff, this is actually starting to sag. I mean, there's like 34 inches of space here, and I can already see a bend there. So when I added the cubbies, I drilled holes right here, evenly spaced out, and you could actually see the plywood going back together and getting straight. There was still a little bit of bend here towards the middle. So while rewatching that video from Jay's, and he mentioned that, I said, okay, that's why. So let me go ahead and add that there, and I put pocket holes on the inside part. And man, one thing about pocket holes, when you drill that, it really grabs the wood. So as I was drilling the pocket holes together, you could actually see this piece of plywood just getting straight and straight and straight. So that really helped out on that a lot. This was a big bonus. But this section here, I'm still at a loss to why Jay did it that way. But again, it'll stay that way for now. It's working right now, and I'll figure it out later. This section here though, there's a big hole or a big gap in here. And so I saw another video from a guy building a dust port for his miter station. He had like a piece of cloth here to actually keep the dust from coming out, right? So I might do that here, or extend this wing here a little bit to this side to keep that from going. I don't know yet what I'll do. Right now I'm actually using it, so it's actually pretty good. I've got the dust collection going there, and it seems to just suck it all up in there, so I'm not having too much trouble with dust coming up, you know, over on this side. So that's working over here. Oh, by the way, the dust collection video, I decided to go ahead and make that its own little video. So look out for that coming out soon, because I show exactly how I set up my whole dust collection and how I set up the dust right and I turned that into from a 1-stage to a 2-stage, you know, system. So look out for that video coming out soon. So that's pretty much it for this video here, folks. In the next video, I'm going to be building the stop block system. that's going to go on this side and also on that section there. And I'm going to do it a little bit different than how Jay did his stop block. So make sure to click on that video here so you can see how I did that. And also make sure to subscribe to this channel so you get notified on future videos that I publish here. And also hit me up on my social media sites, especially on Instagram. I'm very active there. I'm always posting pictures and video footages of behind the scenes stuff that I'm doing here on the shop, and also projects that I'm currently building way before it even comes up here on YouTube, and even stuff that never even makes it on the channel. So make sure to hit me up there. So with that said, folks, this is Joey with Simple DIYer. Peace, out of your free, and I'll see you on the next.